Dude, championship weekend? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Best show ever.
Best show ever, man. Dude! Oh my gosh!
What's up, buddy?
Oh, what's up? I am so...
Man,
I am still off a high of last weekend.
I don't know if we could have done this show any earlier. Like, it's taken me a couple of days to
come down. Although I don't want to come down. It was so awesome.
I know.
Oh my
And,
gosh. It was incredible.
all 4 games, right? Like, unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Got 3 last-second kicks, field goal kicks, and then the touchdown to finish it. I mean,
Brady almost doing it again.
I know.
I'm watching that game going.
It was my Kool-Aid
I'm like,
pick.
in order for him to do it now, something crazy's going to have to, snap over Stafford's head. Oh, my God.
There's the Kool-Aid pick. Actually, Carl told me, like, the game was it's like 30 minutes in, right before the halftime. Kool-Aid pick, man, looks so awesome. And then all of a sudden, it's like there's a hole in the glass.
Unbelievable.
Dude,
that
was just so good.
What a great weekend.
Oh, my gosh.
4 best football games. I mean, it was incredible.
Okay, you see all this gray hair. This gray hair means I've seen a lot of football games.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I have never, ever had a weekend of football like that, pro football, that was that absolutely, it was incredible. My phone was blowing up constantly. I had people all over. It was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we've got stuff to talk about, and then we got to get to next week's games. I mean, we might as well just go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got Carl.
Yeah.
You got Doug. You got Fire and Brimm Sports, and we are fired up. There's no doubt about it.
Oh my gosh!
It's a championship weekend.
God,
I mean, coming off of that high, you got to tell us what you guys saw last weekend. There's no way that you weren't just like over the moon, just like we were.
I mean, it's unbelievable. That's everybody's pretty much consensus. And we're not talking. What we're not talking about, and we're not talking about the bad calls by the refs or the missed calls by the refs and the refs deciding the games. I mean,
Roger Goodell's asking for a pay raise right now.
I mean,
he's going. You can't do anything better than that.
I mean, the only thing we can talk about really is the overtime rules.
Yeah.
And
we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So
I'll lead with that. If you want to lead with that.
You want to lead with it? You want to go overtime? Okay. Because that's we had all the overtime. Go for it.
The one we're talking about, Kansas City Buffalo, probably the most amazing football game that I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And
so
and the thing is that game ends as awesome as it was, and it didn't end on a bad call.
No,
it didn't end on the refs didn't decide the game. It was 2 amazing teams that battled it out. I mean, and I don't know how. I've watched it a bunch of times. I know how.
Yeah.
Kelsey, do it.
Yeah.
How Kansas City got down there in 13 seconds to kick that field goal.
I don't know
what
either.
frustrates me to know, and listen, there are a lot of teams that I would have enjoyed seeing that happen to. Green Bay, Cleveland, Dallas. There are teams that I would have got joy out of seeing that. Seeing that happen to. Not Buffalo.
No.
I mean, that game. Like, I didn't enjoy. Now, I had Kansas City, but I didn't enjoy seeing that happen to Buffalo. I'm just saying, as far as it like getting an extra kick out of seeing that happen to a team.
I know.
Like
I
Buffalo,
sent to you and Pheng. I said a text. I said, I don't want to see either of these guys lose.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to see that. It's almost. I wish that was a Super Bowl.
Right.
I wish that they almost would scrap the leagues.
Without a bad call determining it, right? Without a bad call. Besides the no call of the... But, I mean, even that. So, here's the thing. Then what bothered me more than anything is we just watched an amazing game, and it was like we just had to have a negative narrative to talk about.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
had to have a negative narrative to talk about.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We've changed... I don't know how long. I mean, has it been 15 years since we changed the NFL changed the overtime rules? So there may be a generation of people right now, almost 20 years, that don't remember it used to be decided by a field goal. Like,
actually, it used to be decided by the coin toss.
Right. Well, the coin.
And the said what I mean is that you at least they get a chance to get the ball back. Okay?
Now, before it was coin toss. If you kick a field goal, you won the game. Game over. Sudden death. So if you got the ball first, you kicked the field goal and you won the game. Now Listen,
real
this
quick.
is not about the.
Do you remember when Wayne Fonts turned down the coin toss in the overtime?
I do.
It gets the Bears. True story.
Was it Wayne Fonts or was it?
I think it was
Schwartz.
No, it was okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Lions head coach. They win. They get the coin toss in overtime.
He took the win.
He turned it down.
He took the win.
I know.
He took the win.
It's like
Anyway, so we're laughing about the Lions, and I'm trying not to laugh about the Bills because it was amazing what Josh Allen did, and then it was amazing what Patrick Mahomes did. But the right answer to this question is no. The rules do not need to be changed. There are three parts to this to the game. There's special teams.
Yeah.
There's offense. There's defense.
Yep.
By saying this, now, I mean Mahomes had to do that in 13 seconds, Doug. He had to get them down the field in 13. That game was over. Buffalo won. They're on their way, and Kansas City won. Now, when you're talking about overtime, they should have kept on going, and Josh Allen should have got a chance. Why? Your defense did not do their job with 13 seconds left, and they didn't do their job in overtime. All you hold them to a field goal. Josh Allen's got a chance to drive them down and score a touchdown and win the game. That game was perfect. Now, the ending may not be the one you wanted. But the game was perfect. It was not decided by a play call. It was the overtime rules don't need to change. It was perfect. Every game has to end. Mahomes hit the game-winning home run in the bottom of the ninth with 2 outs. Game over. Like you don't get another at bat.
No.
Okay.
No. That's a good way of putting it.
The buzzer. LeBron hit the buzzer beater he hits the shot at the buzzer. Game over.
It's over.
There's no. Why does that? No, Golden State should get the ball back for one more possession so we can see them. No, the game was over, and it was fantastic. And I hate that happened to Buffalo. I felt their pain. I have no dog in that fight. But the correct answer is the rules do not need to change. They're done. That's it. If you didn't win the game.
And you know what? The Bills, if they didn't kick the ball into the end zone with 13 seconds left, if they would have squibbed it down the field.
Maybe a little PTSD from the Motor City Miracle.
No, well, a little bit of that. And before, one of the Kansas City players had a nice run back on the kickoff. So what they were probably thinking was...
13 seconds.
But what they're probably thinking, we don't want them to have a big run back. But it goes back to your point. You have to win in all phases of the game.
Yes.
Offense, defense, and special teams. And if you're afraid that your special teams cannot tackle the guy, then that is your problem. You're not doing it. And so I'm going to go with you is that it is a game. I mean, and you're right. When you went into overtime, somebody gets the ball first and somebody has to play defense. Offense and defense. You're going to do your job. Yeah. I mean, you've got to do your job in defense.
Buffalo failed twice on defense 2 times.
Yeah, 2 times in a row.
13 seconds. By saying that game was decided by the coin flip, like they automatically won, they automatically scored a touchdown because of the coin flip, is taking away from what Mahomes did. It's taking away from what Mahomes did.
No, you can't take that away.
I mean, if you want to go down to the coin flip, though, if there's anything that you should look, the coin flip is an advantage. Why are we deciding anything by a coin flip? The start of the game is decided by a coin flip. Having the ball to start the second half, deferring to the second half, is a huge advantage. Whoever takes the ball first. Whoever takes the ball first. Never. So it's not a 50-50 decision. I'm going to say take the coin toss out of it, and you know what? The home team gets the ball. They get the decision, do they defer or get the ball, and the home team gets the ball first in overtime. Home field advantage. I mean, you fought for home field advantage all season. Why does it got to be decided by a coin flip?
All right. We want to hear it. You tell us what you think.
The overtime rules don't. There's right or wrong answer. There's only one right answer, and that game was perfect in the execution of the game. It was perfectly played within the rules, and it was not decided by... I mean, we're still talking about the pass interference call from the Rams and the Saints years ago.
That was bad. That was bad.
This was decided by 2 amazing... And then class act, the Chiefs, they donated money to Josh Allen's, the charity. It was a class act all around. I'm sorry that they lost, but the overtime rules are fine. They are 100% fine.
Okay, and there's something else we're not going to change. Okay. After talking about this
for 12 minutes.
For like 12 minutes,
Sorry. I've had that. You don't understand. Hearing that all week and not having a voice. Just hearing it and nobody just flat out saying that. I'm sorry, but they don't need to be changed.
No.
They 100% don't need to.
And back to my lead-in. What we're not going to change is the algorithm.
No.
Because dude, 3-1. You are what? You are like
151-29 on the season. Look at these records. You are even 142-30.
A zillion over 500, dude.
That's a season. That was a season. I'm saying it's coming to an end.
I'm telling you,
that was a season right there.
Vegas, we're going to sell the algorithm. Okay, we're selling the algorithm. We're going to make some money off the algorithm. 3-1. I mean, you were like a race car just pulling away at the end. Absolutely impressive. I mean, I'm happy with my 2-2. You know what this means?
We only have 3 games left.
We have 3 games left. I finished above 500.
Yes, you did.
I am so happy about that. And the Kool-Aid pick. I've been rolling on the Kool-Aid pick too. The Rams came through, even though, boy, I was sweating that one at the end. Absolutely sweating it.
Yeah, you just wonder, how does Tom Brady keep that? How does that happen? Like, it was unbelievable.
It's just the mystique of Tom Brady.
That's
what it
unbelievable.
is. It's just a mystique. Okay. We also had, I mean, there were a lot of good ones. What did shock me, though? There was only one person who went 4-0 last week. 4 games. I think a lot of people went down because of Green Bay, and a lot of people went down because of Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, love for them. Understandably so. Pheng, our buddy Pheng, goes 4-0, and we get him on the board here,
Let's
man.
go, Pheng.
That's right, Pheng.
Welcome back.
A lot of 3-1s, obviously a lot of 2-2s. A lot of people, just a lot of stuff going on there. Let's see, we got a couple more here.
Buck Nation 0-4 makes sense.
Yep, absolutely.
Brady almost pulled that off, but it makes sense.
I know. Go figure. Okay, now your last 3-team parlay of the season, dude.
How many people hit a 3-teamer? Josh Allen hit that 3-teamer? That's too bad. That's the only thing he won this weekend.
And Carl.
Look at that.
Dude, what a way to
I said the Rams was the one that was the weakest on.
That's right.
I did. I said that's the one I have the least confidence. That was the Kool-Aid pick. So.
That was a Kool-Aid pick. I tell you what, dude. Absolutely beautiful job in that, and thank you for everybody in giving your
those were fun,
3-team
parlays this year.
Those are really fun.
Yeah, yep. So
those are really fun. But to get out 3 out of 4 like that, dude, that's impressive. I was so happy when I was printing that out. It was like, those green check marks all over the place. That was a blast. I mean, and thank you. I mean, we've got these 2 games. We've got the Super Bowl. Still want everybody's picks.
Yeah,
we want to hear what you're thinking about it. Okay,
we're going to take it to the end. If you remember, sort of point out, go back and watch our analysis of last year's Super Bowl. This is the show you want to be tuned into. I'm not.
Wait a minute.
This is a serious handicapping show, Doug. I know we joke about it, but man, we know what we're talking about. We listen to what we say. Serious handicapping show. It's a serious handicapping show. So.
And then you know what? And even if you don't listen, still watch the show.
I mean, you give a fade us. We're not
That's right.
It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Couple updates on the coaching since last week. The Saints now have an opening. Sean Payton, who I would love to see him with Dallas. Oh my gosh, Dallas, get rid of McCarthy right now and just sign up.
You're going to be saying that all next year.
That's all you're going to hear. Yep, just to do it now. Anywhere. Just get used to it. It's going to be McCarthy. Actually, some changes now. We've got Denver hired. They got Hackett, who's the offensive coordinator from Green Bay. Who was the quarterback from Green Bay this past season?
Right? Is he familiar with Aaron Rodgers over there?
Do you think he knows what Aaron Rodgers likes for lunch? I mean, and you know what I mean? You
got to play in the cold in Denver too.
Yeah, it's cold in Denver. Okay,
he plays in the cold in Green Bay.
And then also the Bears picked up Matt Eberflus, who is the defensive coordinator from the Colts. And I don't get that one, man. I don't get that one.
Well, we didn't interview. Here's the thing.
I know. Yeah. I'm not big on defensive mindsets, but I know you get a different take on it.
My take is I don't feel like it has a bearing either way. These guys are interviewing for jobs. Whether you were a defensive guy or an offensive guy, you're not bringing that to the table. You need to be able to manage an organization.
At least you hope.
At that point.
At least
and
you
it's
hope.
the people that you put around you that is going to make you successful or not. So, there are people that get interviewed that are excellent coordinators and are not getting head coaching jobs. And there's a reason. And I have never sat in an interview for a head coaching position.
It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would be
Maybe
cool.
that'd be a good reality show to kind of see.
That would be fun.
So for us to speak on it, like, why would they hire Eberflus?
Yeah.
Because he's a defensive coordinator, he's going to bring a defensive mindset. That's not the case.
And
I go to Brian Billick. That's my point. Yep. My biggest point is back then he was Minnesota. He was the offensive-minded genius. He goes to Baltimore. Offense is average, and he wins the Super Bowl with defense. I mean, it's the people you put around you, and whether you can manage. Urban Meyer could not manage an organization. He wanted to do it all himself. He wanted to be the man, and he couldn't. He couldn't handle that. So it's not about what the coordinator position.
As much as I love the offensive mindset, the offensive coaches, who can deny Bill Belichick and Bill Parcells. Two of the best defensive minds that you had out there, and two of the best head coaches ever.
Yep.
I mean, just flat out ever.
And usually the trees, Belichick's had some, his tree, they go flop somewhere.
no, his tree are dead.
But the
they're
Bill, they always used to always talk about the Bill Walsh tree.
The coaching tree. Yeah.
The Belichick tree wasn't good, but the homegrown tree was. I mean, when you start looking at the people, it's the people that you surround yourself with is what are the most successful teams.
And so, to your point, the X's and O's get you to that interview with the owner.
Yeah.
Okay, it's because of that X's and O's that you're there, but you've got to assume you're sitting in front of somebody that's got to be successful because they own an NFL team, right? So you have to think that they have some insight into
what are they looking for? They already know what you've done, right?
They've
already known what you've done as a coordinator.
Google it, right? Yeah.
But they've already known what you've done as a coordinator. What are you doing in the interview? They know what they're looking for. Are we going to be successful or not, right?
Yep.
Except for Patricia, I don't know how he's got a job.
I don't know. See, everything that we're talking about sounds really logical until you talk about the Lions.
Yeah.
Then just throw it out the window. Just throw it out the window. I mean, it has no logic when it comes to Lions. Okay, real quick, I want to do some speculation here. Do a little bit of speculation. We've got some changes coming up this season. Brady, what's going to happen to Brady?
I don't know. I want to say he's going to play again in Tampa.
I think he retires. I think he's everything he's been saying. And you know what? This is just me. This is last season in Drew Brees' last game. The Bucks bumped off the Saints in the playoffs, and Brady talked to Brees after the game. And you know what? It's the same sort of thing. Brady's going out. I mean, he's going out healthy. He's got the family and all that. I think he's done. And you know what happens? If he's done, then Gronk's going to go.
Yeah.
Sue will probably retire. I could see Jason Pierre-Paul retire. You know what I mean? It's like, if Brady goes, they're going, I'm not going to stick around for this because we're not going to win. I mean, after that, you're not going to replace him, right? You're not going to replace him, at least in their career. So, it could be the Bucks' last ride. This could have been the Bucks' last ride. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's my prediction.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't have a feeling on Brady. I don't know. I mean, he should have. I remember thinking it 10 years ago. So
yeah, I
have no idea. Honestly, I remember watching a Super Bowl and man, he just looks slow. He's like he doesn't have zip on his pass. So I have no idea. I mean, who knows?
Okay, what about the big one, Rodgers? What do you think about Rodgers?
Yeah, wow. He Hackett leaving is interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
I don't know if he necessarily follows him to the Broncos, but losing your OC. I don't know what the relationship with the head coach there in Green Bay. They weren't always on the.
The Packers are in salary cap hell. Mm-hmm. They're like $40 million over the cap, and that's before you even talk about Rodgers and Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? You get them in the equation, so they're going to be in that hell.
I'll go on record and say I think Rodgers will be back in Green Bay.
You think so? My dark horse right now is the Colts. The Colts, I think, playing indoor. You've got a stud running back.
Or they're not planning on him being their quarterback then?
I think that if they could upgrade out of Carson Wentz, I don't know if they can handle it monetarily. The other one, I think Tennessee. I mean, you give them like 2 years with Derrick Henry, assuming Derrick Henry's still, in one piece. I mean, but
yeah, the running back position can fall off pretty quick.
It can fall off pretty quick. Yeah. And then, of course, Denver. But I don't see the Packers because they're going to have to cut a lot of players. They're not going to be able to sign Adams and Rodgers, both of them.
That was, if anybody deserved a brown bag, it would have been Green Bay this week. I just don't understand what happened in that game. You're at home.
You're at home. You've got everything.
Elements.
You got everything.
You got all the elements to defeat San Francisco. You scored on your first possession. You should have ran them over.
Absolutely.
2 block kicks on special teams.
Absolutely.
I mean, that goes to. I mean.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Last one, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he is.
I'd love to see him in Pittsburgh. I see him in Pittsburgh. I see that is.
Didn't Tomlin already hint to wanting a more mobile quarterback?
Yes. Oh, I think Russell Wilson in Pittsburgh. It just he looks it. I think that would be.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that one.
That would be one. So that's my prediction. All right. Tell you what. Let's just go to the board.
Let's do it.
Ready to go to the board?
It's time.
This is where it's time. All right. So you had mentioned the Packers. I don't think we can anoint a brown bag.
We don't know. Yeah.
Can we? I don't think we can.
Well, I mean, it'd be the 2 number 1 seeds at home, right?
Yeah.
You work
you
all
work
season.
all that, right?
I mean, Tennessee brings Derrick Henry's back. Tannehill, how many picks did he throw? You sacked Joe Burrow 9 times.
Yes.
And what have we been saying all season that we stole from Tom Brady in the show? The quarterback.
Yep.
The quarterback, Tom Brady defined. He said his position is to not lose the game.
Yep.
What did Ryan Tannehill do?
He lost the game.
He lost the game. He
So,
single-handedly lost the game.
I should have grabbed the Titans helmet.
Yeah, because they both.
I got the Packers.
They both earned it. They both
especially.
earned it. Yeah.
I mean, Lambeau. I mean, all the home field advantage and all that sort of stuff. So we're not going to put it up there, but we do think that it's deserving of honorable mention to potentially get up there.
Yep, both of them.
So this is what we're here about. We are here for the championship games, right?
I feel so bad for Bills fans. Like,
do
do you know if you go back to my analysis of that particular game, I said Buffalo, you are so close.
Yes, you did. You did. They're that close
to the Super Bowl, and I had no idea how close they really were. I mean,
they were that.
I
close.
said you are this like it.
You did.
It was
you
really
did say that.
really
you did.
eerie that because my Buffalo's going to win the Super Bowl next year. I'm going to say that right now. I'm going to say it every week.
They need a running game. They do need a running game. They need to draft. They'll figure it out. I mean, but they do need a better running game. I would say that. All right, let's start it out. What do you say?
I just feel so bad for Bills fans.
It's over with.
I know.
It's over with. It's over with.
I had this joy because I had Kansas City, and at the same time, I was like, I just felt their pain, that last second
over
pain.
With.
And it reminded me of like March Madness games when your team loses by that dagger 3, like game over. It's over. There's nothing you can do. And it was just like, oh, I just felt it.
Wait a minute. You're talking to a guy that remembers the Tuck rule. Okay, I was watching.
I'm sorry. I took up that so. You got to live that every time they bring up Tom Brady.
I was a little kid and I watched the Immaculate Reception when Franco Harris. Okay, I lived this. You got to let it go. You just got to let it just go.
There's a saying. There's a saying there.
Just let it go.
Jenny,
just let it go.
There's a saying. This is a saying. Somebody said to me one time. It's one of my favorites. Just hug it and let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Just let it go.
And let it go. Hug it and let it go.
So, all right. Remember the gray hair. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot. Okay. Cincy, Joe Burrow.
Are we ready for this?
Take on Mahomes and the Chiefs. Chiefs by 7.
Yeah.
That is a big number, man. That is, Now I'm going to tell you right now. I'm just going to start this off. Kansas City, or I'm not Kansas City, but Cincinnati, when they lose, they don't lose by a lot. Mm-hmm. They lose by within 7 points. In fact, most of their losses have been, except I think the Browns have beat them up pretty bad one time. But they don't lose really, really close. And they can put a lot of points up on the board. Of course, Kansas City, they can too. I see this to be...
Quickly.
They
don't need a lot of time.
They don't need only 13 seconds. So, here's what I'm saying. I'm thinking that the Chiefs win. I'm just going to come out right now. Chiefs win, but I'm going to take those 7 points, and I'm going to go with Cincinnati because of that 7 points. I think the Chiefs win, but it's less than 7 points. So I'll take those 7 right there. And you know what? Pheng is going with Kansas City. So I just want to let you and the algorithm take over from here. Go ahead. We're on the board of what we got. I think the Chiefs are going to win. Let's put this up.
It will be nothing like every game stands on its own.
Yep.
What happened with Buffalo and Kansas City? All those points scored at the end like that. That's not how this game's going to be decided.
Yep.
I will be rooting for the Bengals to win the game personally. As far as the spread goes, if you were to bet the game, I would probably buy the 0.5 point. I think this is a pretty solid number.
Yeah.
Burrow's got a swagger.
Boy, is he analyzing this.
Burrow's got a swagger. Well, this is what I've come up just he's got a swagger that we just haven't seen. I mean, the guy got sacked 9 times.
Yes.
And the Bengals won that game. I don't think Kansas City's going to get him 9 times.
No.
I think the Bengals are going to battle. This could come down to a 2-minute drive. I think that will decide it. And I think I'm going to agree that I think the Bengals can be within the 7. I think this could be a.
Do you think the Bengals win, or are you just taking the point?
No, I'm rooting for the Bengals.
Okay, you're rooting for the Bengals.
I am thinking a 5 or 6 point game. I would like, if I was betting it, I would like the 0.5 point on this.
Absolutely.
I would buy, which you can do.
Yeah.
Which you can do if you're in Vegas or you're on an app. Your odds are you give up a little bit. Instead of -110, maybe you're -130 or something. But you give up a little bit, risk a little bit more to win. But that 0.5 point could make you a winner instead of a push, though. Even I think the Bengals are within 5 or 6. I do. I think it's going to be a 2-minute drive that's going to win the game. It's going to be in the last 2 minutes, and I'm rooting for the Bengals. I think Burrow's just got a swagger that he's just not going to get beat down.
He does have the swagger. I still think Kansas City wins, but it's not going to be the 7, so I'm going.
That's so tough to win that game on the road. It's so tough.
I know.
And it could be 2 minutes either way. Like, I didn't predict the Bengals to beat Tennessee. I just said it was going to be somebody kicking the field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
Right? And I just feel this is going to be a 2-minute drive possession, 1-possession game in the fourth quarter to win the game. Somebody's going to have the ball.
We got that? Yeah. We're ready. Let's go to the night game. San Francisco heads down to L.A. to take on the Rams. Rams by 3.5. This is the third time this season they won. San Francisco has won both times. It was a bigger one. They were up in San Francisco. It was a closer game when they were down in L.A. a couple weeks ago. It is the
There's
Rams.
a lot of San Francisco fans in SoFi Stadium.
There are a lot of San. They travel well. They travel just down the coast. It's down the 101.
Ate up the tickets.
This is beautiful. It's gorgeous
down
down
there.
there.
It's almost like a home game for them.
That's right. All right, you want to get Pheng? We'll start out with Pheng. Pheng is saying he's going to go to the Rams. Can't argue with that one. Who do you like?
All right, so I got on San Francisco a little ways back.
You, dude.
I did.
A couple weeks ago, Carl
like
was still in love with San Francisco. That's right, something like that. And
so they have a path.
They get a path.
This is before they were in the playoffs.
What are you talking about?
This is before they were even locked into the playoffs. Man, do I like Deebo Samuel and their defense. My goodness.
Gotta go.
Because, again, I think this number is pretty spot on.
Yep.
Losing to them twice, the Rams' defensive front, oh my gosh, are they good. With Miller, Aaron Donald.
All right, come on. We're running the clock's ticket.
I think
go.
Matt Stafford is going to have a big game, and the Rams are going to go to the Super Bowl.
The Stafford.
It's
there. It's there. You had to do it.
I'm going with the Rams to cover the 3.5.
You know what? I'm going to go with you on the Rams, and I tell you what.
You're going to make them the Kool-Aid pick
I'm
again?
making the Kool-Aid pick again.
Oh, no, we agree on it.
Second week, that's scary. Yeah. This is scary because usually when we agree on the Kool-Aid pick, it's bad for the Kool-Aid pick. When you don't like it, it's okay.
We got this.
We're going to the Rams again. This is it. 2 weeks in a row. I don't normally go two teams, the same team 2 weeks in a row. Had to do it. Had to do it this week. So there you go, buddy.
It's hard to beat a team 3 teams.
It is hard to beat. Absolutely. It's hard to beat. So I'm like, drink Kool-Aid, Doug.
Drink it. All right, Rams.
All right. So
I'm going to throw a 3-team parlay out there. I'm just going to go a same-game parlay.
Okay.
And we're kind of out of time. So here's my three parlay. Same-game parlay. Go Kansas City, Cincinnati, over 6.5 total touchdowns in the game.
I'll take it. Over.
Cincinnati, over 23.5 points.
I'll go over.
All right. Let's go Joe Burrow, over 8.5 yards rushing. He's going to scramble for some yards. He's Burrow.
He's going to run
over
for his life. Over.
Go Jimmy G over 1.5, just for fun. All right, that's it.
He's going over.
That's it, guys. That's it. All right, conference championship games. Let's do this. Let's go.
Oh, man. I can't wait for this. Okay, so we will get this out on YouTube. We will get on Twitter, Facebook. We'll do our TikTok. We want to get your picks. Tell us what you think about the overtime.
Yeah, there's only one right answer to that.
I mean, we're Brady and Rodgers and and Russell. What they're going to do? Have a great time this weekend. Hopefully, just sit in front of the TV. Just watch those games, right?
Yep. Have fun. Man. Pick some winners.
You got it. See ya. Bye.